Alrighty, so I might have to, not have to worry about getting the fire up and that, 'cause I've already done that so far. So the really only thing we gotta worry about is if this level will make it. We're gonna go down to the gold dredge. We're gonna take a load all the way to the dredge. So I've got tools, and I've got pipe, and I've got coal. I've got everything the dredge takes to give me some gold. Now I got nothing to transport the gold at the moment, and I can get a couple of cars to probably do that. Like the smaller ones or something like that. But I don't really care. I just want to get some gold so that we can kind of get it moving here. There we go. We can now get this engine rolling. Blow the whistle. Make sure everybody knows that we are coming through. And then, yeah, that's the way I got this set up is actually pretty good. I mean, it's, gonna take a minute for it to get up to speed. But once it gets up to speed, we'll get the heck out of here. It was hard getting out of where I had to pick all the tools and all the pipe at, so that was kind of like a hard pickup just because I had to, the way I had the track, it had like this nasty curve as you came in, and it was just enough like where it almost wanted to derail but didn't want to like derail or go anywhere, so I had to like redo that. So like, okay, well, I'm gonna redo this so that I can get in there. And then I was like, I'm not gonna put that, like that was just way too much. It was like 3 takes to get it just right to where it would actually roll and not, cause major problems and not want to roll. So this time it rolls, it moves, it does everything it's supposed to do. So as long as that's fine, I don't see, where we have any problems, because right now this whole thing's gonna roll. We're gonna have a hard fight getting to the dredge, because we gotta go uphill, and then we have to just pretty much ride the brakes all the way down, and then get back out again, which I'll do getting back out again, off camera, because that's gonna be probably a pain in the butt. So we're just gonna run this as best we can, and then there's just gonna be a time like when we get up on the other side, coming down towards the gold dredge, where we're just gonna have to hit nothing but brakes. Just nothing but brake. I mean, you're gonna have to hold the brake. I mean, not all, the way, but you're gonna have to hold it quite significantly, because you're gonna remember you're going downhill. And all you got coal, you got tools, and you got pipe. Everything is behind you with weight. So, I mean, you got, 2 of that. We got 2 pipe, we got 1 tool car, and we have 1 coal car. So we are transporting everything that it needs to theoretically start making gold. We could transport one or the other more if we needed to. So I mean, I might do that more again, maybe off camera. Get some of that, stuff ran up there. As long as I can make sure that I can get back up where I gotta go. Theoretically should. There's nothing but empties, so shouldn't be much of an issue. It's all empties. They're all gonna roll, but all the brakes are off. I mean, as long as you get all the brakes off, it should be good. But I don't know if it's gonna be a fight or not, and I just rather not have that on camera, because issues. Who knows if it's gonna work or not. So we'll find out. But other than that, yeah, we can get to it. It's just gonna be a while. We gotta fight up this hill, and then it's gonna flatten out a little bit. Then we're gonna have to fight up another hill. It's just the way that I had to run it. It just made sense to, run it the way that I did. And then we could get that probably up to the, what is it, the gold something, I gotta remember. I know we're going to the dredge. We'd have to take the gold from there up to the smelter, I believe. And then after the smelter, we gotta take it somewhere else and get it. It's gonna be nothing but fun transporting that, so. It's just getting, you know, up to where we gotta go. It's gonna be a problem. Can I come back with a fully loaded car? Well, if I only pulling one or two of the small little cars, you know, for the gold, we should be okay. Anything bigger than that? Not sure. Could not tell you. But I know if this train ran pretty well, you know, that's all I can say. It's going really good, really easy. Just watching the back two cars because I can't really see them very well, but you know, just kind of watching them as best that I can so that I do not, you know, accidentally lose one. But I'm also trying to keep it way under 40, so you know. But since we're going uphill mainly right at the moment, it doesn't really matter for me. It feels like because we're gonna be fighting up a hill, going through the corner uphill. So you got this, you know, it's all stacked against you, so it's not really gonna matter whether you have it like full open or not in this game. If you don't have it full open probably in this game, you probably won't make it up here, but we're gonna make it. So we're good to go. So it might barely make it, but we should be right where we can make it theoretically. I don't see a problem of, you know, making it. So making it up with fully loaded cars, you know, that might be another issue, but you know, get a bigger train. That's all we'll say. So that's what we might do. It's just gonna depend, you know, how long does it take me to get, you know, up to what I need. So we'll have to wait and see, but we shouldn't, you know, be too long until we get a big train. That ain't gonna matter. But until that day, you know, we're still gonna have to fight it the best we can with the engines that we do have. So we should be good either way, as long as we just keep it full reg while we're going uphill, and turn the reg up when we're going down, and just kind of ride the brakes slow and just kind of let them. I know they might get a little warm, but we'll just manage it. You know, we won't let them like be 100% fully on because I don't need to stop that fast. But we'll keep them on a little bit so they can spin a little bit, but it will create a little bit of drag so that it can't really exceed its, you know, speed when we come down the other side of this. So, and that other line is for the meat placking, which the line all the way to the right, which is going to be that line. So we don't even have anything like that. You know, we don't have any like way anything to go there, so it's going to be a while before we even use that line. But I just decided, you know what, let's go start getting some gold being made. So I was like, okay, let's go do that. You know, that was my thought. I was like, okay. You know, we've ran here, we've ran everywhere else. Why not run to go get some gold? So that's what we're gonna do. And I think maybe I might run another couple loads down here and start getting that gold ore. Then we'll see where I gotta go next to drop it off. And if I have any tractor there, I should, but I don't know if I built out that far yet. So yeah, we'll turn the reg off for now. We won't really need it. We just gotta kind of wait for it. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. It's just, you know, I gotta wait, you know, for it to. But I do like the map though. The map is kind of nice to have. I mean, yeah, you can tackle that off, but for me, I kind of like having it. It lets me know if there's a switch that I gotta throw, you know. Just the, you know, the nicest thing. So if you're like, oh, I don't know where that switch is, and then you go, oh, okay, that's where that switch is, you know. Or if you just lay track and you're like, I don't remember how I did it. So I was like, okay, you know, this is kind of like a good update, but it works. But I'm also like, you know, I mean, yeah, you can toggle it on and off, but I don't see a reason to do that. Because I'd rather have the map than, for now, just so I can get familiar with my own line again, because it was a while for me to build this. I'm not so used to this line, but this is what I'm saying. Can I come, you know, back up this? But I should be able to. Because as you can see on this one, I just try to lay them as smooth. This is before, I built this before this update, so this was all laid by hand, and I double tracked it all by hand. So I will say, you know, that was a pain. I did do it. I mean, you can see, I mean, this has like a little bit, so I might want to put a little bit more brake on just to kind of slow down so like nothing wants to derail or do anything weird. So I'm just, you know, give it a good hard brake set, then, you know, if we need to, we can put, you know, go back on the reg if we need to. But I'm not really worried about, you know, coming down, because right here's where we're really gonna start the descent, and worst case scenario, we'll have to run the train in reverse to stop it from what, you know, go faster and faster. So I mean, there's that as an option. It's like, you know, what's my options? Well, that's an option. So I mean, just, it might work, it might not work, I'm not sure. But if it starts going super fast, like we don't land on the right, kind of looks like it would, because it wants to go, and then it goes like in hooks. But this one's pretty much, I could straighten this up probably, to be honest. I don't know if I could make it any straighter, but this kind of runs pretty smooth through here, to be honest. But, you know, we got the sun now, kind of aiding us, which is also a plus. So I know that we have a coal fire train, but I kind of want, you know, to maybe get a bigger coal fire train, maybe. If it gives me more, you know, attractive effort, that would kind of be a good thing. And then the Ruby Basin could be like, you know, for logs or for whatever else, or just for coal, you know, running just specifically to the coal mine to fill up coal towers or whatever. You know, just use it as, you know, moving product around if we need to for that purpose. Or iron, you know, to the iron works or wherever we gotta go. I wish, you know, we had that, you know, worked out, like what train does what in my line, but I somewhat don't. I mean, the other train that I have that runs off wood could theoretically be used for the logs, and then this one could probably be used just for whatever. If we need another train for whatever, could be like a helper train as well if we needed to build a helper station down here. You know, cut it right here, put like a little shed, put this in the shed, and just have it ready for whenever. You know, I mean, that's the best case scenario. Now down here, I didn't build any double track or any passing lanes, because I figured there's only going to be one train ever coming here. It's a long run anyway. You could go to the meat packing, one could go here. You would just have to throw a switch either way. But other than that, you know, that's all you would have to do. It wouldn't be that hard. You could theoretically make that happen. But, you know, that's what this map is kind of good for. It tells you like where switches are and all that, which is kind of a good thing. And when you go into the full map, it shows you which way every switch is thrown and what position. which is kind of nice because if you didn't know, like, if I didn't know that switch that I threw when I was coming back from the coal mine, because I filled the coal tower again with some more coal, and then I thought, well, you know what, I'm gonna make a run out to the dredge, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna throw this switch before I go back, and I did. So I'm just kind of running slow through here because these trees, I don't know if, you know, they're cut back pretty far, but, you know, there are a few that are kind of close that I didn't know if it was going to hit or not with the box car, so I'm just taking a nice and easy route. You know, if I ain't got to break anything. You know, if I ain't got to brake hard, if I ain't, you know, I'm not trying to work the engine hard, so. But it's just kind of a nice, easy line. Made it down here all one piece. Everything made it here to this point. And I never thought we'd get to the point where we could start producing the gold. I just don't know if the Ruby Basin could make it up there theoretically with one car full of gold to go to the smelter. It might be able to. I mean, if not, we would just have to, you know, run a bunch of other product to, you know, get another train that could. So, I mean, it's possible. I don't know. We could probably make it happen. It's just, I'd rather have the option of, okay, well, we might need a better train that can pull more cars. But when we get out here to the dredge, you can see where I'd have to extend probably the track to make that happen if we were to use a bigger train. Because the Ruby Basin is the perfect size for this, you know, particular operation that we got going on right now. Where we're just making the, you know, the runs out to here. It's just perfect, you know, it works out perfectly. Now if it makes it out of here, that would be nice, and then we can say, okay, well, Ruby Basin might be able to do some gold, you know. At least taking the trains from the dredge all the way up to the depot, and then have, you know, it switch off to another train or something like that if we needed to. Or, you know, take it out to the iron mine and, you know, set the car there, switch it out there, and then be done. But I mean, that's the, you know, the easy part is we could just do that. But other than that, I don't see an issue with that. So, other than that, I mean, this is pretty flat track too, and I made this pretty smooth. So, like, I'm just saying, like, if I had empties and I have to kind of get my speed and momentum up to go up the hill, I could. So I kind of laid this as best and as smooth as corners as I could. Might look a little weird, you know, the way I had to lay it, but, you know. I was laying this thing, I was making sure that I could get it as smooth as possible, as straight as possible if I had to. But some of it was not straight. So, you know, I'm trying my best. Once we get pretty much up over here is like the dredge, right on the other side, over there, over that way. But we had to snake this way to go that way. I didn't want to, you know, get close to the water because there's not really any good build paths that go that way. So I just decided, okay, well, we'll make it easier. It's gonna be a little bit longer of a route, but this is gonna work. I just know that, you know, it's gonna take a little bit longer. I might have to bring, you know, set up a line for coal tower and all the other fuels, water, everything else I might need. So, I mean, there's all of that, but as long as we don't have to worry about that too much, we should be good. So, yeah, we're just kind of waiting on that, really. I mean, there's not much more I can do. So we're just kind of waiting. We're gonna try to just run it with the speed that we came with down that hill if we have to. Well, obviously turn the reg on, but right now I don't feel a reason to, because we don't need to be going faster than 20. You know, it's pretty smooth, flat track. Don't feel I need the speed, you know. I'm just saying, not that I would want to, but I'm just like, we're gonna have to take, come through here, come to this turn. There's gonna be like a little, almost like a little tight of a turn coming up here. So I might want to get on the brakes and then just hold the brakes down. Right here, this section right here, I was like, okay, I don't want to. So I took another set. I took a couple sets of brakes there, and that'll slow me down at least under 20, where things might not want to derail. And then I just decided, you know what, I'm going to take a big set. I don't care if I got to run the regulator at this point. Just let me get through this corner. So, I'm hoping that we can get all that done, which we pretty much are at this point. We're at the point of, okay, it should work, it won't work. You know, if it wouldn't have worked, you know, we wouldn't have made it this far. There's just this one tree coming up right here, as you can see, right into this corner. It's kind of close to the line, but it's not at the same time, so I might cut some of these trees back again. Because some of them did grow up, but, you know, other than that, like this one here just grew up out of nowhere, probably. And this one here, so I might cut these two back. You know. But other than that, that's the only two that I really see. I mean, we're literally pretty close to, you know, there's the dredge, you know. It's like, there it is, we're close. We're closing in on the dredge, so. Then we can start making that gold money. Then we can have our own little gold rush here, you know. But other than that, we're just going to come out to here, drop these supplies off, and then see, you know, how much more supplies I still got left to, you know, drop off at this point. Hopefully nothing, but who knows. So yeah, there was some rocks in here, but I didn't have to, like, you know, break any rocks out of this part. At least that I remember. I don't remember. But, you know, like, I don't remember there being rocks right where I built. But, like, off to the sides, yes, there were. But I did not where I built my track, so I managed to avoid all the rocks and everything else. So we're doing good. We're just gonna go rolly, slowly and rolly. That's all I can say at this point. That's pretty much what we're doing. We're just kind of rolling slow through here, no problem. I mean, if we have to turn the regulator on, we will. If we gotta turn the brakes on, we will. So it's kind of like, we should be fine. Which right now it looks like we are. So there's the dredge. I mean, I'm excited. I kind of want to, like, turn on the regulator and start getting up there a little bit faster, but it's kind of like, why at this point? We're pretty much here. We're pretty much, everything's here, as I can see. My whole load made it. I didn't have to re-rail anything. So that's the good part. So if the good part is that I made it, didn't have to re-rail anything, I'm good. So there's that. And we're just gonna have to see, like, what we get through here. If we have to, you know, turn the regulator on, we will. If we have to hit the brakes, we will. I do know that we have the coal right immediately behind us, which is probably all the way forward. So the most furthest away from us on the dredge, I believe, is the coal. But I'm not trying to line the coal up, I'm trying to line, you know, the pipes iron pipes back there. I'm trying to line those up first. So, that's what I'm gonna try to aim for. And I mean, it looks pretty okay right now at the speed we're going. Might have to turn the regulator on because it looks like we are going to start slowing down because this is a turn after all. So we might have to give it some throttle just, you know, to keep the speed that we're going. Otherwise it's going to stop, so. Yeah. Here's the dredge. We made it. Here it is. And this is where you load your gold ore, which I don't have any yet. Because I didn't make any. So, there's that. Yeah, we'll stop a little bit more. So I can just get down to a roll. Okay. And I'm just going to watch for the pipes. I'm trying to get them right here. The cold is like the first thing that I want to get offloaded, and then the tools is second, and then these pipes I could probably unload. I just didn't know if this was gonna bump or anything, but it looks like it's okay. It looks pretty close, but it's not. It's got enough room for the cars that we have right now, so we're gonna get there pretty easy. Alright, and brake anytime. I'm assuming that will happen with this train. It's like they redid some of the brakes, I believe. So, there's that. So, we just gotta get the heck out of the train, which I guess we'll just walk here. Okay, well, let's see. Can I? Yes. And it's taking the coal. Tools are right there, so we're okay. And we'll see if we're close. Well, I mean, we could. Let's pull it up a bit. Let's get in the train, see if we can get it up a little bit more. Just a tiny weensy bit more, so I can get both of those offloaded. Which it looks like it will now work. Because I'm trying to get both of these, you know, back here offloaded. Which, you know, not bad amount of money for that delivery. Now if we can start making that much every time. Alright, so we're gonna have a, what? Okay, so like what, 18, 19 pipes we got sitting here right now? And the reason I say 18 or 19 is because theoretically I'm about to roll up, put the tools in, so it's about to use some of those. So they're about to disappear. Okay, can I? No, I didn't want to do that, so okay. Now we'll roll forward again. Put it up at 100, I don't care, I just need to get moving so I can unload these tools. And then once those are all offloaded, it's good to go. It's like we got them unloaded, now we need to get them offloaded. So, yeah, it's pretty good. We could get more coal out here, no problem. Because I would just run, you know, that single car. So it's not like we're going to be asking a lot of anything. Come on, door. Come on. There we go. Alright. Walk forward. Offload. We should now be making a good chunk of money. And we should be making some gold. So we can start selling the gold. So that's always a good thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go check and see how much gold we're making. How much do we have? One. Just one. Alright, with all that being said, I will see you all next time.